Imagine stepping outside your house and not worrying about a stray dog or the occasional coyote, but a creature the size of a small car with jaws strong enough to crush bones in seconds. Prehistoric times weren't just about dinosaurs. After their extinction, the world was ruled by terrifying mammals, predators and giants that make modern wildlife look tame. Today, we're diving into a chilling what-if scenario. What if these ancient beasts still roamed our planet? How would humanity cope with predators that make lions look like kittens and herbivores that could crush a tank underfoot? Strap in, because if these mammals still existed, humans would be in serious trouble. Segment 1: Short-faced bear. This was not your average bear. The short-faced bear, Arctodus simus, was one of the largest terrestrial mammalian carnivores to ever exist. Standing over 11 feet tall on its hind legs and weighing up to 2,000 pounds, this beast roamed North America during the Ice Age. Its limbs were long and slender, making it deceptively fast for its size. Estimates suggest it could run up to 40 to 45 miles per hour, faster than a racehorse and certainly faster than any human. Unlike today's omnivorous bears, Arctodus was primarily carnivorous. Its sheer size meant it didn't need to chase prey. It could walk in and steal kills from saber-toothed cats or dire wolves. It was a kleptoparasite, but it could also kill if necessary. Imagine today's world. If the short-faced bear still existed, outdoor life in North America would be heavily restricted. National parks? Heavily fortified. Bears wouldn't just be a rural concern. These giants would travel vast distances, potentially entering suburbs or crossing highways. A bear-proof trash can wouldn't cut it. You'd need a fortress. Segment 2: Saber-toothed cat. The saber-toothed cat, commonly known as Smilodon, is one of the most iconic predators of the Pleistocene epoch. While it resembled a modern lion in some ways, it was much more specialized and much more dangerous. Smilodon had short, muscular limbs and massive forearms, giving it grappling power to tackle enormous prey. But its signature weapons were those terrifying 12-inch canines, razor-sharp and used to pierce throats and sever arteries. Unlike modern cats that rely on stamina and speed, Smilodon was an ambush predator. It hid in dense vegetation and struck fast and hard. In today's world, if it were still alive, urban areas near forests or hills would become hunting zones. Joggers, dog walkers, even cyclists could vanish without a trace. This preferred prey might be deer or bison, but humans would be easy pickings. Security cameras wouldn't be to deter burglars anymore. They'd be for catching glimpses of an apex predator lurking in the shadows. Segment 3: Giant ground sloth. The name sloth doesn't do it justice. Megatherium, the giant ground sloth, was one of the largest land mammals to ever exist, weighing over 4 tons and stretching more than 20 feet long. Though herbivorous, it was no gentle giant. Its massive claws, which could grow over a foot long, were primarily for stripping trees and defending against predators. But in the modern world, they'd be a serious hazard. This creature was slow-moving, but its size made it nearly unstoppable. Fences? Worthless. Cars? Crushed. A swing of its arm could destroy a pickup truck. If Megatherium existed today, farms, roads, and even power infrastructure in South America would be disrupted regularly. Their movement through forests would create natural highways, and their need for food would devastate local ecosystems. Segment 4: Andrewsarchus. We know little about it, but what we do know is terrifying. Andrewsarchus lived around 45 million years ago and is known primarily from a single fossilized skull. But what a skull it is! Over 3 feet long, with massive teeth and a jaw built for crushing bones. Scientists believe Andrewsarchus may have looked like a cross between a giant hyena and a wild boar, weighing up to 1,800 pounds. Its carnivorous diet and size suggest it could take down large prey or scavenge with terrifying force. If it lived today, Andrewsarchus could become one of the most dangerous land predators. Unlike lions or wolves, it wouldn't need a pack. One would be enough to terrorize an entire region. Zoos, farms, and even cities near coasts or wetlands might face infiltration from this predator. Segment 5. Woolly rhinoceros. Don't let the woolly coat fool you. This was not a cuddly beast. The woolly rhinoceros was a prehistoric giant, weighing up to 6,000 pounds and sporting a massive curved horn, sometimes over 3 feet long. It roamed Eurasia during the Ice Age and likely fended off predators like Smilodon and humans alike. It was aggressive and territorial, traits still found in modern rhinos. But with thick fur and cold adaptation, it could thrive in today's Siberia, Canada, or Arctic Europe. If this beast returned today, it would wreak havoc on roads, farms, and railways. Attempts at captivity would likely fail. These animals were solitary, ill-tempered, and powerful enough to flip a small car. Segment 6. Deinotherium. Bigger than modern elephants and stranger-looking, Deinotherium was a giant proboscidean from the Miocene and Pliocene epochs. It stood up to 15 feet tall and weighed around 10 tons. But its most distinctive feature? 2 downward curving tusks protruding from its lower jaw. Scientists believe Deinotherium used its downward curving tusks for practical tasks, stripping bark, pulling down high branches, and digging up tough roots from dry ground. But in a confrontation, these tusks could become spears, weapons, tools of brute force. If Deinotherium returned in our modern world, entire ecosystems across Africa and Asia would transform overnight. Forest canopies would be ripped apart, rivers rerouted by its sheer strength, infrastructure constantly under threat, highways, power lines, even railway systems, no match for a creature that stood nearly 15 feet tall and weighed over 10 tons. Imagine a living bulldozer that doesn't stop for red lights. Deinotherium could crush vehicles, flatten buildings, and turn towns into gravel without even realizing it. The earth would tremble under its feet, and humanity would scramble to adapt. Segment 7. Honorable mentions. Dire wolves. Larger, heavier, and far more coordinated than modern gray wolves, dire wolves were apex pack hunters. Their powerful jaws could crush bone, and they specialized in hunting giant prey, mammoths, bison, even horses. Modern impact. If these nightmare canines came back, rural communities would be under siege. Livestock would vanish overnight. Pets? Gone. Even humans wouldn't be safe walking alone after dark. Fences and barns wouldn't stop them. A coordinated pack attack could break through anything. Forget bedtime stories, the howl of a dire wolf would signal terror. Glyptodon. Picture an armadillo the size of a compact car, sheathed in armor and carrying a bony club tail capable of breaking bones and metal alike. Glyptodon may have been herbivorous, but it wasn't harmless. Modern impact. Though slow-moving and peaceful by nature, Glyptodons would still pose a serious danger. A startled Glyptodon could swing its tail like a wrecking ball, smashing a human skull or flipping a small vehicle. Highways would need Glyptodon crossing signs. Colliding with one would be like hitting a walking tank. Megalania, Varanus priscus. A giant, venomous monitor lizard from prehistoric Australia, Megalania could grow over 20 feet long and tip the scales at over 1,000 pounds. Modern impact. Imagine a Komodo dragon. Faster, bigger, and even more aggressive. Ranchers would lose livestock daily. Hikers would vanish into the outback. Emergency services would need predator warnings like tornado alerts. And worse, its venom could send a full-grown human into shock. If Megalania came back, the outback wouldn't just be wild, it would be lethal. Entelodon, hell pig. With jaws like a hyena and the face of a nightmare, Entelodon wasn't a pig. It was a prehistoric tank with a hunger for flesh. Modern impact. These creatures would terrorize plains and woodlands, challenging predators like bears and wolves. They'd tear through farms, hunt calves, and gore anything that got in their way. Wild hog problems? Multiply that by 10, add fangs, and throw in a thirst for blood. Platybelodon. This strange, prehistoric elephant had shovel-shaped tusks, perfect for digging up plants, stripping bark, and scooping vegetation. It looked odd, even clumsy. But underestimate it and you'd regret it. Modern impact. Platybelodon might start as a gentle herbivore, but with habitat loss or human interference, it could turn violent. Gardens, farmland, orchards, all would be decimated in hours. And if it felt threatened, it could bulldoze fences, flip tractors, and smash irrigation systems. A peaceful plow beast, until provoked. If these mammals still existed today, humans wouldn't sit at the top of the food chain. We'd live behind reinforced walls, fearing what lurks beyond. From fang-toothed predators to club-tailed titans, these extinct animals ruled their worlds with raw, unstoppable force. Our cities and weapons might give us a fighting chance, but survival wouldn't be guaranteed. Sometimes extinction isn't just the end of a species. It's the only reason we're still here. Which of these beasts do you think would cause the most chaos today? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying wildlife throwbacks.